Let's talk about your knees today, specifically if you feel discomfort when doing bridge pose or dvipada pitham. So it's common for people to experience discomfort, especially in the top of the knee or this inside area at the top when doing that posture. And so today I wanted to share with you 2 tips that might help you experience less discomfort when you're doing that posture. So let's get started. So the first idea is just a simple adjustment of where your feet placement is. A lot of times we'll think about getting our feet as close to our hips as we can, and that creates even more of a stretch at the top of the knee. So think about getting your feet, your ankles, right underneath your knees, or maybe even just a little bit further out from your knees, so that when you're pressing up into bridge pose or dvipada pitham, your knees are in line with your ankles or even just slightly behind. So go ahead and try that. Maybe even trying the first one. If you are, if you do tend to try to get your feet really close to your hips, you can try that first, pressing into your feet and then bringing your hips down. And then again, let's just step the feet out a little bit, bringing our ankles underneath our knees or just slightly forward. And then as you inhale, press into the soles of your feet, lifting your hips up. That feels so much better. And then as you exhale, coming back down. So the second idea is a different preparation. So sometimes we might use bridge pose or dvipada pitham pretty early in the class, and our leg muscles aren't really warmed up for that. And it's a pretty, basic benign pose that is really great for our backs, especially with all the setting that we tend to do. However, it can create that discomfort in the knees. So to warm up for it, the idea is contracting those muscles that support the knee, the quads. So we're going to bring the feet up off the ground, taking our hands behind our knees. We'll do Supta Padangusthasana. So as you inhale, you're just going to press your feet up towards the ceiling, keeping a slight or generous bend to your knees here, and then exhale, bending your knees. And we're just going to ease into it. So maybe each time you go up, you can work your legs just a little bit straighter, and then exhale to bend the knees. Let's do 2 more. As you inhale, working your legs towards straight, keeping a slight or generous bend to your knees. And exhale, bending your knees. 1 more time. Inhale to press up. And exhale, bending your knees. And then let's go into it in stages for a couple of breaths. So as you inhale, pressing into the soles, or pressing your feet up, And as you exhale, soften your knees, bending them any amount. And then as you inhale, see if you can work your legs just a little bit straighter. Feel how your quads are contracting, kind of pulling your kneecaps up, or in this case down, and exhale to soften your knees. And then 1 more time like that. So full inhale and exhale to soften your knees. And we'll do 1 last inhale to stretch the backs of the legs, contracting the quads. And then exhale, bend your knees, bring them in towards your chest. And then release your feet down. And if you want to try, after just a moment, to do bridge pose again. So bringing your feet underneath your ankles underneath your knees, or maybe just a hair forward. As you inhale, press into the soles of your feet, lifting your hips up. And this feels so much better for my knees. Exhale, bringing your hips down. And let's just do 2 more together. So as you inhale, press into the soles of your feet. And exhale to bend your knees. And 1 more time. Inhale to press up. And exhale to bend your to bring your hips down. I think I said it incorrectly the time before that too. So pause for just a moment. Feel your knees, feel your hips, feel your low back. And then just for a little bit of compensation, you can hug your knees in towards your chest, stretching the low back and hips for just a moment. So try those 2 ideas and let me know what works for you. If those relieved some of your discomfort in the knees when you're doing dvipada pitham or bridge pose,